The Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everyone. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry, Missouri, where we are at Elsberry High School for the semifinal round, second round action, whatever you want to call it. This is the second set of games. We're down to three teams now. But at the beginning of the evening, we still had four teams in the tournament. We are here tonight to watch the New Haven Shamrocks as they take on your hometown Elsberry Indians. Earlier tonight, or actually just now, the game was over. We saw Van Far defeat the Paris Coyotes. And so Van Far Indians will go to the championship game. And that is Friday night at 7 p.m. And we're here to watch the New Haven and Elsberry game. And the winner of this game will take on Van Far. New Haven got to this point by virtue of beating Silex Monday night. And Elsberry got here by defeating Clopton Monday night. So, this actually ought to be a pretty evenly matched game. I think coming into the tournament, New Haven was 12-8 and Elsberry was 10-10. So you got to remember that that Elsberry, I think they've had 7 games that they've lost by under 4 points. I mean, so many of these games could have gone the other way with just one more made shot or something like that. So Elsberry is a very good team. Let's go ahead and get through these rosters here. There's still another 10 minutes before this game starts. Let's get through these rosters. For the New Haven Shamrocks, we have number 3, Dominic Lewis. He is a junior. We have senior, number 5, Christian Patterson. We have number 10, senior, Ethan Groner. Number 12, a senior, Martin Lewis. Number 20, a junior, Jay Eichelberger. Number 21, a senior, Joseph Rethemeyer. Number 22, a senior, Colton Rudiger. Number 23, a senior, Trent Kormeyer. Number 24, a junior, Luke Gerleman. Number 32, a senior, Levi Schroeder. Number 33, a sophomore, John Liggett. And number 42, a senior, Tim Madden. The Shamrocks are coached by Aaron Pyrick and assisted by Tim Talent and Derek Bailey. Managers is Lucy Honer, Mackenzie Gerling, Elena Scott, Logan Senecal, and Cecilia Malone. Now for your hometown Elsberry Indians. On the roster tonight is junior, number 1, Cody Thornhill. Sophomore, number 2, Nathan Henry. Freshman, number 3, Jack St. Pierre. Number 5, Raul Berrigan. He is a sophomore. Number 10, junior, Shane Lewis. Number 11, senior, Hunter Grills. Number 12, senior, Derek Taylor. Number 14, freshman, Colby Twellman. Number 20, freshman, Joel Mound. Number 22, freshman, Eli Gladney. Number 24, junior, Jake Reimel. Number 44, senior, Garrick Hill. Number 50, freshman, Bo Henry. And number 54, senior, Trevor Anthony. Head coach for Elsberry is Chad Twellman, assisted by Andrew Hopkins. And the managers is Mackenzie Johnson, Lauren Eberhardt, and Jada Irving. Also, I want to put in here the names of the cheerleaders for Elsberry because they are out here for every game. And we have a senior, Kara Rose King. Junior, Madison Steen. Sophomore, Melody Hall. Junior, Jade Cooper. Junior, Jordan Sir. Junior, Haley King. Sophomore, Briley King. and a junior, Gracie Mahurin. These cheerleaders are coached by Faye Mays and Carrie Braden. Hey, before the game starts, there's still another 7 minutes before the game starts. And talk a little bit about last night's game. The girls' half of the Class 2 District 5 district tournament. And we saw the Elsberry Lady Indians fall last night in defeat. It took an overtime for it to happen, but by the time they got done with 36 minutes of basketball, the Paris Lady Coyotes, they had pulled out ahead, and they won the game 54-50. And like I said on the broadcast last night, and I posted something on Facebook today about it, these Elsberry Lady Indians have absolutely nothing to hang their heads about. They played a really great game, and in basketball, like so many of the sports, there is no tie. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. They played their hearts out, but it just wasn't there for them last night. So that was the end of the season for them, and it also made the end of the high school career for the seniors on that team. And it's a shame. We are going to miss them. We're going to miss them a bunch. But we have players coming in next year, and they're going to take their place. But saying goodbye last night was number 10, Claire Henry. Number 15, Josie Horn. Number 24, Tess Weekly. Number 25, Megan Hagemeyer. And number 31, Kaija Clark. I'm going to miss these girls. But that was last night. We're here tonight to watch the boys play. And so with 5 minutes till this game starts, let's take a bit of a break and throw a few commercials at you. I'll be back.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. We are ready to start this game. On the scoreboard, Elsberry will be the visitors tonight. Starting tonight for Elsberry, number 12, Derek Taylor. Number 24, Jake Reimel. Number 44, Garrick Hill. Number 50, Bo Henry. And number 54, Trevor Anthony. All right, starting for the home team on the scoreboard, New Haven Shamrocks. Number 10, Ethan Groner. Number 12, Martin Lewis. Number 20, Jay Eichelberger. Number 21, Joseph Rethemeyer. And number 24, Luke Gerleman. All right, we start this game here. We have 8 minutes on the clock. Everything else is zeros, except for the timeouts. So we're going to have Trevor Anthony jumping, see who he's going to be jumping against. He's going to be jumping against number 21, Joseph Rethemeyer. The Elsberry will be going from your left to your right. And Jake Reimel up with the ball, gives it to Garrick Hill, and back to Derek Taylor. Gets it in deep to Garrick Hill. He puts it up and was not able to get the shot in, and they didn't call any fouls. Ball's out of bounds against New Haven. Jake Reimel throws it in. He throws it out to Trevor Anthony. Now Derek Taylor has it on the point. Pass it around the horn. Bo Henry has it now at the point over to Derek. Now Hill's out on the point. Jake Reimel starts to drive it in, sees a brick wall there and doesn't go. And the ball stolen. As Luke Gerleman stole that ball. All right, so they have it out on the perimeter, passing it around. Gets it in deep and puts it right back out again. Now, I thought he's going to try a three-pointer. Cross court, over to the near side, back to the point. Everything out on the perimeter. And pass through. That was to Ethan Groner and went through his legs and out the rear end of the gym. So Derek Taylor's bringing it up. Still no score. Get it to the free throw line to Trevor Anthony. He tried to drive, nothing there. Garrick Hill taking a look at it. Jake Reimel for three. No good, and Bo Henry up with that rebound. Gets it to Trevor Anthony. He puts it up, and he was hacked from the back, and no fouls called. Okay, they finally did call a foul. That foul is on number 20, Jay Eichelberger. So if they keep this up, they're going to let him play tonight. And I was going to say, I think they're going to get him for traveling. He slid his feet pretty good. 6:04 remaining in the first quarter and still no score. Derek Taylor brings it up after that turnover. Trevor Anthony back to Derek Taylor. Passing it around. Garrick Hill has it over in the far corner. Gets it in to Trevor Anthony. He puts it up and no good. Bo Henry puts it up and no good. They've got to hit those shots from 1 foot out. All right. Bit of a delay here. Okay, they're saying sweat on the floor. Need to get a towel out there and clean that up. But now they're just looking at it. I guess they're waiting for it to dry up. I don't know. Anyway, still no score. Shamrocks bring it up the floor now. Once again, they're just keeping it out on the perimeter. They're looking. Now here's a three-point shot. No good. Trevor Anthony up with the rebound. And it was. All right. Trick play there tried by Garrick Hill. Didn't work out. And Shamrocks get the first 2 points of the game. Derek Taylor tried going up, and the ball was stripped out of his hand. Sorry I didn't move the camera. There's another 2 points there by Ethan Groner. 4-0 Shamrocks. I'll be moving the camera this time. Derek Taylor brings it up. Trevor Anthony on the free throw line. And foul called. And when he tried to drive in. That foul was on Luke Gerleman. And now we're going to have Trevor Anthony going to the line for 2 shots. That foul was on Trent Cormier. First shot is up and good. Second shot. It's good. 4-2. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Once again, New Haven doing everything out on the perimeter. There's a three-point shot. No good. That was Luke Gerleman with that three-point shot, and Derek Taylor brings it up the court. He thought about driving it in, decided against it, and brings it back out. Now he does drive it in. The shot is no good, and Shamrocks up with that rebound. Three-point attempt, and it falls in. That was Jay Eichelberger. 7-2 lead, New Haven over Elsberry. Derek Taylor on the outside trying to drive in. Pretty good defense here by New Haven. Trevor Anthony has it now. There's Jack St. Pierre for three. No good, and the Shamrocks up with that rebound. Shamrocks are getting all the rebounds. Bad pass by the Shamrocks, and Garrick Hill brings it up. Jake Reimel goes to drive it in, and he draws a foul. Foul on the floor, so Elsberry takes it out. That's 4 team fouls on New Haven, none on Elsberry. And Garrick Hill from underneath, 2 more points, 7-4. Jake Reimel, he knocked the ball out of bounds, but it went off of New Haven. And ball is a turnover to Elsberry. We have a 30-second timeout called.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back. Derek Taylor is going to bring it up the floor. Gets it over to St. Pierre. Jake Reimel. He's going to drive it in. And as he's falling down, he gets to 2. The ball falls in. 2 more points. 7-6. New Haven over Elsberry. There, New Haven gets it in and push it right back out again. And that foul, I believe, was called on, yes it was called on Garrick Hill. Don't necessarily agree with that. He was just standing there. He wasn't moving at all. There's a 15-footer by Joseph Retherman. And it was good, just like that, 9-6. Derek Taylor gets it over to St. Pierre. He brings it out to the point. Over to the far corner for Jake Reimel. Into Derek Taylor. He puts it up, and it comes in, and he draws the foul. So 9-8, and Derek Taylor with a free throw can tie this score. That's no good, and New Haven up with the rebound. Ten-foot shot. That was Ethan Groner. 2 more points, 11-8. Garrick Hill takes it in, misses from 5 feet out. New Haven up with that rebound. They are, like I said before, they're getting all the rebounds. All right, everything out of the perimeter, looking for anybody inside. Fumbled the ball just a little bit, but they recovered it. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch right now. And Jake Reimel steals that ball. He thought better of driving it in. Garrick Hill has the ball, 5 seconds remaining. Puts the ball up, and it's good. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is New Haven 11, Elsberry 10. Let's take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we are back for the second quarter of this ball game. Score is 11-10, New Haven over Elsberry. Elsberry starts off the quarter. Derek Taylor brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Jake Reimel. It's here on the near corner. Garrick Hill has it out at the point now. Get it into Trevor Anthony, and he is fouled. There's a reach-in foul, I believe, on 21. Nope, 23. That foul is on Trent Kormeyer. That's his second foul of the game. So Reimel throws it in to Joel Mound for 3. No good. And New Haven up with that rebound. And they're saying that ball was off of New Haven, so Elsberry gets the ball out of bounds. That was a turnover. Trevor Anthony throws it, is going to throw it in. Gets it in to Derek Taylor. Over to Jake Reimel. Joel Mound, Derek Taylor. Derek Taylor just drives it in, puts it up for 2 points. And just like that, Elsberry takes the lead, 12-11. Cross-court pass there. Ball at the free throw line. Now he takes it good. Was going to shoot, but couldn't get it over Garrick Hill. And the ball went right through the hands of Martin Lewis. So the turnover goes to Elsberry. Jake Reimel comes out. Hunter Grills comes in. Derek Taylor's got to bring it across the timeline. No pressure at all by New Haven. Hunter Grills gets it real high pass there to Garrick Hill. Now Joel Mound for three, and it bounces in and out, and New Haven with the rebound. There's a three-point attempt. No good, and once again, New Haven gets the rebound. And a foul called. That foul was on Derek Taylor. That's his first of the game. That's only the second team foul on Elsberry. There's going to be a foul called on, I believe, Trevor Anthony, I believe. Yep. That's his first foul. So just like that, now Elsberry has 3 team fouls. That puts Trent Kormeyer at the line. First shot is up and no good. Score is still 12-11 Elsberry. 6:02 remaining in the first half. Second shot is up and it's good. Tied score at 12. Derek Taylor's bringing it up the court now for Elsberry. Cross-court pass to Trevor Anthony. He gets it to Joel Mound. The pass was to Hunter Grills, and he was not looking in that direction, and the ball goes out of bounds. Shamrocks take over. Tied score of 12. 5:45 remaining in the first half. There's a 10-foot shot, and it rolls in. That was Joseph Rethemeyer. 14-12. Taylor brings it up fast. Garrick Hill has it at the free throw line. He drives in. The ball bounced in and out 2 or 3 times. Couldn't get it to go in. Got his own rebound, and then the ball went out of bounds. So, New Haven with the ball in the lead. They get the ball in deep. Garrick Hill is defending. Here's a 3-point shot. No good. It missed everything, so it goes out of bounds to Elsberry. 5:02 in the first half. 14-12. And Jack St. Pierre was called for turning the ball over. So, once again, New Haven with possession of the ball and the lead, 14-12. Trying to get it inside to anybody. There's a 3-point shot, no good, and Garrick Hill up with that rebound. So he's just going to bring it up the floor himself. He gets it over to Derek Taylor. He's out at the point. Near corner to Jack St. Pierre. There's Jake Reimel down on the baseline. 3-point shot does not go in. It's in and out of the... And in the ensuing scrum for the rebound, the ball goes out of bounds off of New Haven. So Jake Reimel has the ball out of bounds, going to get it in to Garrick Hill. Back to Jake Reimel. Garrick Hill fights that ball away. Now Derek Taylor goes up for 3, and it's good. 15-14, Elsberry. A lot of fast passing out there. And through all of that, Trevor Anthony came up with that rebound. It just fell into his hands. So Garrick Hill brings it up the floor. And Garrick Hill was called for turning the ball over. I'll say one thing, they are letting them play. They're not calling a lot of fouls, but they can't do anything with that ball that isn't right. So Martin Lewis has the ball, passes over, back to Lewis, over to Gerleman. There was a shot there by Joseph Rethmeyer in. 16-15 New Haven. Derek Taylor brings it up the court, gets across the timeline. Garrick Hill on the move. Now everybody else is moving. Jack St. Pierre on the outside. Jake Reimel looking to drive in. Can't do it. Gets it back out to the point to Derek Taylor. Jake Reimel looked at a three-pointer and now is going to drive right up the lane and gets the ball in. 17-16. They get the ball back out. They had it down deep, New Haven did, and now they get the ball back out again. Okay, they were saying the ball was being booted. See who it goes to. New Haven has the ball out of bounds. Ball knocked out of bounds. All right, once again, the Shamrocks have it out. Throws it into Gerleman. Now they get the ball in deep. Gets it up over Garrick Hill. The shot was no good, and Hill up with that rebound. Elsberry with possession and a 1-point lead. There's Garrick Hill from the free throw line, and it's good. 19-16. New Haven almost threw it away there. They've got it way on the outside now. And Garrick Hill steals that ball away. And he's going to bring it across the timeline. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Martin Lewis of New Haven. So Jake Reimel throws it in to Trevor Anthony. Jake Reimel drove in, couldn't get the shot, but he does draw the foul. That foul was on Christian Patterson. That's his first. This should be for 2 shots, but either way, well, they're saying 1 and 1. Because they are at 17 fouls. I would have thought that would have been a shooting foul. Shot is no good. New Haven up with that rebound. 10 seconds remaining in the first half, and New Haven calls a timeout. Let's take a break.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention?
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, we are back. New Haven with possession of the ball. 6 seconds remaining in the first half. And here's a long three-point shot. No good. So, at the end of one half of a game of basketball, we have the score of Elsberry 19, New Haven 10. That quarter looked a lot better for Elsberry in that they were hitting the shots better. So, we have half a game left. Score is 19-16, and got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's take a little bit of a break.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station. Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Here at Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back. Showing 1 minute to go till the second half starts. Both teams out on the floor. Well, looks like they're all coming in now. There's Elsberry. Here's New Haven. Looks like some of them coming in off the floor. We got the clock back to 8 minutes. And looks like New Haven's going to start this second half with possession. And as you can see there, the Elsberry, got to remember, Elsberry is the away team in this game. Elsberry is ahead right now, 19-16. So it's a low-scoring game, but 1-0 wins the game. So it doesn't matter how much the score is, it's just who has the most points at the end of the game. Referees are out there ready to go. They're going to be coming in here in a minute telling the teams, get out there. There's New Haven ready to go out. Now here's Elsberry coming out. So now Elsberry's going to be going from your right to your left. Here's New Haven with possession of the ball, down by 3. Get the ball to the free throw line, but then can't get any farther in than that. There's a three-point shot. Bounces out, and Garrick Hill up with that rebound. That was Martin Lewis that tried that shot. All right, Trevor Anthony out on the point now. Gets it to Derek Taylor. Gets it into, got it into Garrick Hill, but he was called for 3 seconds in the lane. I think that's twice this year that I've seen that called. They just never call that. Of course, they did then. So, once again, New Haven with the ball. New Haven outside. It looked like he traveled a little bit, but I guess referee's a little bit closer than I was. Thought it was going to be a shot from the free throw line, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Garrick Hill. Yes, it was. No, see what they say here. It looked like he held up 54. Yeah, that shot was there. That foul was on Trevor Anthony. It's his second. That puts Joseph Rethenmeyer at the line. First shot is no good. Second shot is good. 19-17. 2-point lead by Elsberry. Get the ball over to Trevor Anthony, and it's in. 2 points. 21-17. New Haven with the ball outside it. For whatever reason, they're having a little bit of trouble getting it in now. They weren't earlier in the game. There's a 15-foot shot, no good, and Garrick Hill up with that rebound. There was Derek Taylor with the fast break. And timeout called by New Haven. 23-17. Elsberry pulls out to a 6-point lead. 5:57 remaining in the third quarter. Take a break.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going.
Okay, we didn't have time for that commercial. We've played it once already. We'll get to it on the next one. But meantime, New Haven has the ball. They bring it down the court. No pressure at all by Elsberry. What do we have here? We have a foul away from the ball. That foul is on Jake Reimel. That's his first. And there, New Haven still passing it around a lot. Finally driving the baseline. And that foul was called on, I think, Bo Henry. Yes. And that is a shooting foul. That's Bo Henry's first foul. That puts Jay Eckelberger on the line for 2 shots. First shot rolls in, bounces off the front of the rim, hits the backboard, and rolls in. Here's Bo Henry coming out, and Jack St. Pierre going in. Second shot is good. 23-19. Still a 4-point lead for Elsberry. Now Garrick Hill has the ball outside. Jake Reimel goes in, misses the shot, and fights for the rebound, but New Haven comes up with it. 3-point shot, and it's good. That was Ethan Groner for 3. And New Haven is back to within 1 point, 23-22. Jake Reimel gets it into Derek Taylor. He's trying to drive the baseline, but it's not there. And Jake Reimel is called for an offensive foul. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was Jake Reimel. Called for an offensive foul. That'd be his second. And New Haven has the possession of the ball, down by 1 point. 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. All right, there was another foul on Jake Reimel. That's his third. Ball out of bounds to New Haven. That's 5 team fouls on Elsberry already in the third quarter. No fouls against New Haven. New Haven seems to have gotten some of their discipline back. Ball does not go in, and Garrick Hill up with the rebound. Puts the ball up, no good, but he does draw the foul. So Garrick Hill goes to the line for 2 shots. That is the first team foul for New Haven, or against New Haven. Free throw is no good. Second free throw is good. 24-22. Now some pressure by Elsberry. Shot from underneath was Luke Gerleman, no good, and Garrick Hill came up with that rebound. Actually, the shot went up, but it bounced off the bottom of the backboard. Gets the ball into Trevor Anthony. He's 15 feet away. Gets it back out to Joel Mound. He puts it up and 2 points. 15-foot shot for Joel Mound. Now New Haven coming back with sense of urgency. No good. Drove the line, no good, and Elsberry gets the ball. Derek Taylor brings it across the timeline. There's Joel Mound 30 feet out. Derek Taylor over in the far corner. Back out to Jack St. Pierre. Trevor Anthony drove the baseline, put the shot up. It was good, but he had already been fouled. That foul was on. That foul is on number 20, number 21, Joseph Rethmeyer. That's his first. Garrick Hill got the pass in, fumbled the ball a little bit, and had to send it out. Had to send it out to the perimeter. He was right underneath with it, but he couldn't get good possession of it. Now here's Jack St. Pierre. Gets it to Derek Taylor. Gets it into Garrick Hill, there we go. There's Trevor Anthony right underneath. 2 points, 28-22. New Haven bringing it up. They get it in deep. Nothing there. There's a 3-point shot, no good, and New Haven up with that rebound. No good, and Trevor Anthony gets the rebound. Gets it to Derek Taylor. 1:46 remaining in the third quarter. That ball was tipped. And I think through all of that, that's a foul on Trevor Anthony. How many is that for him? 2 or 3? That's 3 on Trevor Anthony. So Trevor Anthony and Jake Reimel both have 3 fouls. That's big. They don't need to be in foul trouble. Can't afford to lose either one of them. Driving the baseline, the ball tipped out by Jack St. Pierre, but New Haven drove in. And that was another phantom foul on Garrick Hill. That's his second of the game. First shot bounces out. That is Luke Gerleman on the line for New Haven. Second shot, no good, and Bo Henry with that rebound gets it over to Garrick Hill and finally to Derek Taylor, and he brings it up the line. 1:13 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Derek Taylor out in the corner. Now Jack St. Pierre over that in. In deep to Garrick Hill, and he was called for an offensive foul. Most of the crowd here with the red shirt does not agree with that. I got to say, I don't either. They called a foul on him standing there, and now they call a foul on the other guy moving with him. Coach Twellman is justifiably upset. Shot was no good, and Garrick Hill has the ball, bringing it up the court. Derek Taylor has it way out on the point. Gets it over to Joel Mound. Back out to Garrick Hill. Over to Derek Taylor. Now Jack St. Pierre has it. And there is a foul, I believe, on number 10. Let's see. Yep, that is a foul on Ethan Groner. That's his second foul of the game. So with 23.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Joel Mound has the ball out of bounds, gets it into Garrick Hill. Score is 28-22, Elsberry over New Haven. Still got a lot of basketball game left. And that ball was stolen away. Ball was stolen away by New Haven. They get it down, drive the baseline, put the shot up, and it's no good. And that foul was called on Bo Henry. That's his second. Yeah, that's his second. That puts Ethan Groner on the line. Shot is good. Second shot is good. 28-24. 4-point lead for Elsberry. And long shot there by Garrick Hill, no good. So we have played 3 quarters of basketball. The score is 28-24, Elsberry over New Haven. We have 8 more minutes of regulation. We have 3 or 4 players in foul trouble. Let's see, New Haven is in the 1-and-1 single bonus. New Haven's only committed, they've only been called for 4 fouls. And so still got 3 more fouls to go before, 3 more called fouls to go before Elsberry will get into the single bonus. So, really not hardly time to get another commercial in here. That's okay. We'll just keep it right here. Watch the cheerleaders. Okay, we are ready to start this fourth quarter. And Elsberry is going to get possession of the ball. Again, 8 minutes to go in this game, and there's a lot of basketball to be played here. This game doesn't belong to either team. Derek Taylor with the ball down on the baseline. Garrick Hill shooting for 3. No good. And New Haven up with that rebound. And they called Bo Henry for another foul. That's going to be his third. That's putting Ethan Groner on the line for 2 shots. First shot is good, 28-25. Perfect example here of how important free throws are. Second shot, no good. Garrick Hill comes up with that rebound and gets it over to Derek Taylor. 3-point lead for Elsberry. 3-point shot for St. Pierre, and New Haven up with that rebound. Once again, New Haven is getting all the rebounds. And that was John Liggett trying to drive the baseline, and he was called for traveling. Just looking down, we have 72 people watching this game right now. I think that's the highest number I've seen since I've started broadcasting. Good for you guys. Okay, I just ran two of them off. They're 70. Jake Reimel out on the point, looked at a three, decided against it. Now Garrick Hill out on the point. Jake Reimel near corner. Derek Taylor in the far corner. St. Pierre back to Henry. That pass picked off by New Haven. Down by 3. They could tie the score with this possession. And that ball was almost stolen by Jake Reimel. And they're saying that ball went out of bounds off of Elsberry. I didn't see it touch anybody. There's a shot from the free throw line. Garrick Hill up with the rebound. Now Derek Taylor brings it across the line, slows it way down. 6:17 remaining in regulation. There's Garrick Hill, looked at it a long time at a three-pointer, decided against it. Now he drives in, and the ball does not go in. Bo Henry up with that rebound, and we have a timeout. Elsberry.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right. 6:03 remaining in regulation of this game. Jake Reimel has the ball out of bounds. Gets it way out to Derek Taylor. Now he's going to drive it in, puts it up, does not get the shot, but he does draw the foul. So Derek Taylor's going to go to the line with 2 shots. That foul was on Jay Eichelberger. That's his second. I'm sorry, that's his 4th. First free throw is good. (29-25), 4-point lead for Elsberry. Second shot rolls in. 30-25, 5-point lead for Elsberry. 5:55 remaining. All right, New Haven keeping it out on the perimeter. Bounced it off of Derek Taylor's foot. And get the ball in. That ball was tipped out of bounds by Trevor Anthony. They had Trent Cormeyer right underneath there. He could have had an easy shot up. But Trevor Anthony knocked it out of bounds, broke that play up. They get the ball in, and it's out on the perimeter. They tried to get it. There's a three-point shot, no good. Bo Henry with that rebound. Derek Taylor has the ball, gets it across the timeline. And he mishandles the ball. And with the putback, New Haven gets a shot, 30-27. Elsberry needs to be a little more careful on their dribbling. Derek Taylor takes it in, puts it up and good. 32-27. 4:40 remaining in regulation. There's I thought it was going to be a three-point attempt, a 15-foot shot. Bounces out, and Garrick Hill comes up with that rebound. Now he's slowly bringing it up the court. And there was an offensive foul called on Garrick Hill. I believe that's his fourth. Well, they're only showing one, but it's more than one. In the meantime, New Haven with the ball. 5 points down, 4:14 remaining in the regulation. There's a three-point shot, no good, and Derek Taylor up with that rebound. All right, now Elsberry's just going to pull it out and run the clock down some. And they finally got it up on the scoreboard. That is 4 fouls on Garrick Hill. I thought that's what it was. All right, Trevor Anthony out at the point. Now he's driving in, gets it back out. There's St. Pierre. He drives in and draws a foul. That's the 7th team foul. That should go to a 1-and-1. Yes, it does. The referee was getting ready to take it out of bounds, but that puts St. Pierre on the line. Shot is up and good. 33-27. 3:34 remaining in regulation. Second shot bounces out, and New Haven comes up with that rebound. Just like they've done most of the night, they've gotten most of the rebounds here, offensive and defensive. 3-point shot, no good, and Bo Henry up with that rebound. Derek Taylor has the ball. No pressure, well, some half-court pressure here for New Haven. Derek Taylor taking his time. Jake Reimel has it, brings it out to the point. 3-point shot for Anthony, no good. And Jake Reimel was pushed into him, and they called a foul. So that puts Luke Gerleman on the line for 2 free throws, and the first one is no good. 2:59 remaining in regulation, 33-27. Elsberry, 6-point lead for Elsberry. Second shot is up, and it's good. 5-point lead. Now New Haven, little bit of pressure, not much. They backed it off pretty quick. Jake Reimel has the ball. He was going to drive in. Jake Reimel doesn't do anything slow. Now they get it out on the near corner to and Bo Henry. Bo Henry saved that one. The ball was knocked out of Elsberry's hand, and Bo Henry came up with it. And before anything else could happen, they called a timeout. So let's just watch the cheerleaders over here. By the way, that is 4 fouls on Jake Reimel too. That's big. There's 2:32 remaining in regulation, but if they go to overtime, you don't get any reset on fouls. So Garrick Hill has 4, Jake Reimel has 4, Trevor Anthony has either 3 or 4. So it looks like that was a full timeout, I guess. Hey, look at that. We have 75 people watching this game. All right. Ball's going out of bounds to Elsberry, 33-28. 5-point lead for Elsberry right now. That can change quick. Garrick Hill underneath. Puts the ball up, no good, but he does draw the foul. So Garrick Hill on the line for 2 shots. That foul was on Trent Kormeyer. That's his 3rd. Shot is up and in. 34-28. 2:30 remaining in regulation. St. Pierre comes out and Mound comes in. Second shot bounces in. Hill comes out and Bo Henry goes in. 35-28, 7-point lead. 2.5 minutes left in regulation. Here's some pressure by Elsberry. Jake Reimel guarding close, guarding awful close. And Jake Reimel just fouled out of the game. There's some really valuable ball handling right there that just fouled out. So right now, Garrick Hill comes in, Bo Henry comes out. So on the floor now we have Joel Mound, Derek Taylor, Garrick Hill, Trevor Anthony, and Jack St. Pierre. 2 shots. First shot is good. That is Luke Gerleman on the line. 35-29, 6-point lead for Elsberry. Second shot is up and good. 35-30, 5-point lead for Elsberry. 2:20 remaining in regulation anyway. There's Trevor Anthony up and in. Good feed there by Garrick Hill. 37-30. New Haven with the ball. Having trouble finding anybody to get it to. 1:50 remaining. There's a 3-point shot, and it's good. Ethan Groner for 3. 37-33, 4-point lead for Elsberry. 1:45 remaining in regulation. Let's try to get a commercial in here.
The score of any athletic event is... Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, Your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, we are back, and as you can see on the time clock, the score is Elsberry 37, New Haven 33, 145 remaining in regulation of this game. The possession arrow is in favor of Elsberry right now. New Haven is in the double bonus. Elsberry's in a single bonus. And the ball is out of bounds to Elsberry, and New Haven is put on a press now. So Derek Taylor bringing it up the line. He's not at all afraid to dribble through people. The ball outside. Garrick Hill has it. They called a foul on Martin Lewis. Puts Garrick Hill at the line for 1-1. Joel Mound comes out, Hunter Grills goes in. We are in a 1-1. Garrick Hill really needs to make this shot. (37-33), 4-point lead. 1:25 remaining in regulation. Shot is up, and it's no good, and New Haven gets the rebound. Pass broken up by Hunter Grills, goes out of bounds to New Haven. Garrick Hill comes out, and Bo Henry goes in. Everything out in the perimeter for New Haven. They do get the ball in, up and over, and it's good. 37-35. Timeout called by Elsberry. Full timeout. Let's try another commercial here.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, folks, this is it. 1 minute, 1 second remaining in regulation. The score, Elsberry 37, New Haven, Shamrocks 35. The possession arrow is in favor of Elsberry. Once again, New Haven is in the double bonus, and Elsberry's in a single bonus. They are still on the 1-1. Next foul, though, will put them into the double bonus. Get the ball out of bounds to Derek Taylor. Again, he's not at all afraid to dribble through defenders. Garrick Hill with the ball. Jack St. Pierre. Another foul there on Martin Lewis. That's his second. Puts Jack St. Pierre on the line. This is 2 shots. 37-35, very important free throws. And it's in. 38-35, still a one-possession game. Second free throw, no good. Trevor Anthony up with that rebound. Derek Taylor with the ball. Garrick Hill with the ball. .6 seconds remaining. 38-35. Garrick Hill on the line. And that is the 4th foul now on Martin Lewis. Garrick Hill with 2 shots. First shot is good, 39-35. 2-possession game for the Shamrocks. 38.6 seconds. Second shot is good. New Haven with the ball. 5 points down. 3-point shot. No good. Ball tipped away from Garrick Hill. Now he's got it. And here's Hunter Grills going in. And you got to be kidding. They called him for traveling. 22 seconds remaining. All right. 22 seconds. 5 points down for the Shamrocks. And Garrick Hill grabbed the rebound and was pushed down by Joseph Rethmeyer. Nothing malicious, though. He helped him get back up again. So Garrick Hill on the line for 2 shots. 12.1 seconds to go. 40-35. First shot is up. Bounces out. Still a 5-point lead. 12.1 seconds. Jack St. Pierre is getting ready to come in. Bo Henry's coming out. All right. Garrick Hill on the line for a second shot. It's up and good. 41-35. 12 seconds. 3-point shot, and it's good. 41-38, 5.9 seconds remaining. That shot, I believe, was Luke Gerleman. So, these games, these last 2 Elsberry games, they don't get any better than this. Last night, the girls' game, where it went into overtime. And Tess Weekly tied the game up in regulation right at the buzzer. Went into overtime, and the girls lost. Tonight, what is this they have on the clock up here? They are showing 6 minutes and 6 seconds. I don't understand what happened there. Somebody must have sneezed onto the clock. 6 seconds. Yeah, it was 5.7 or something like that, but 6 seconds. Elsberry has possession of the ball. And you know New Haven is going to press like crazy. But Elsberry's got to get the ball in. As soon as Elsberry touches the ball, then the clock will start. Now they got 6.6 seconds on there. Hurry up and throw it in before they keep adding more time. Derek Taylor with the ball. 5.3 seconds, and Derek Taylor's got to go to the line for 2 shots. Very, very important free throws here. We are in a 1-possession game right now, 41-38. If he can make at least one of these, then it's a 2-possession game. First shot is up, and it's good. We are in a 2-possession game now with 5.3 seconds remaining. Getting ready for the second shot. Up and good. All right, here's New Haven. They got to go to the length of the court. Long shot, no good. And Elsberry has won the right to go to the championship game for districts. They just defeated 43-38. They just defeated a very good New Haven Shamrocks team. And I'm going to see if I can get Coach Twellman up here. I'll be right back. Okay, we are going to, let me adjust this camera a little bit and get us I kind of failed on myself here getting a microphone out here. Okay, we have Coach Twellman with us of the Elsberry Indians. All right, Coach, I know you don't feel bad right now, so what do you think? You're going to the district championship game Friday night.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's just a testament to these guys and their will to win, period. You know, their will to win. Can't say that it was our best game tonight, but we did a lot of good things.
Right. I don't like saying this just on the I just don't like saying this kind of stuff, but I know there was a few questionable calls out there. I do have to say that they did let them play somewhat.
Well, night in, night out, we're a load with Trevor and Garrick, and even adding Bo into that lineup, and that's why we went really big tonight. When Garrett gets hit, he's 265 pounds. It doesn't look like much, but when he hits somebody, it's like flicking a flea off a dog,
Yeah, that's right. So you guys are going to be going up against Van Far tomorrow night. If I remember right, Van Far defeated you guys earlier in the season. Is that correct?
Twice.
Twice, okay.
Yep, twice.
I could only remember one time.
You know what? They got a lot of experience back from a state championship team, and it showed tonight. I mean, that next level grittiness that they came with tonight, experienced. You know what I mean? Just experienced, tough, well coached. Pat and Brett do a great job with them, but it's hard to play somebody 3 times in a year and beat them all 3 times. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get home tonight. We're going to get into this film, and I hope that we give the fans and Elsberry everything they want on Friday night.
Yep. I will be back here. Obviously, I'll be back here. I mean, I can't turn down a championship game.
Oh, no way. No way.
And then we win that one. And where is sectionals this year?
Should be in Hannibal.
In Hannibal,
Should be in Hannibal,
well,
yep.
My truck knows how to get to Hannibal, so.
Good. I'll tell you what, we've been there 2 years in a row, so I think we know how to get there too. So we're going to go out, we're going to get prepped, and we're going to give them all we got.
All right. Thank you, Coach Twellman. Congratulations on tonight's win, and let's do it again Friday night.
Hey, thank you, guys, and thanks for everything you do for our kids in Elsberry. Thank you.
All right. That was Coach Chad Twellman. Feeling pretty good right now after his team, your team, our team, defeated the New Haven Shamrocks in a very, very well-played game tonight. It was an exciting one. Went down to the wire. They won 43-38, but the game was a lot closer than what that score showed. So, Friday night, let's go ahead and set this up. Friday night, we're going to be back here at 7 o'clock. At 5:30 will be the girls' championship game. That'll be Clopton and Paris. And believe me, folks, that ought to be a good game. I've seen both of those teams play. Well, Paris I've only seen once or twice this year. Clopton I've seen play several times. And then we are going to see Van Far and Elsberry for the boys' championship. And the winner of that game will go to Hannibal, and I don't have a date for that. But whenever it is, I will be there. And you can bet on that. I will be there, and we're going to broadcast that game, and hopefully we are going to see a win. And go to the next round of state then. I'm ready to go to wherever they play. So anyway, from Elsberry tonight, where we just saw a 43-38 victory by the Elsberry Indians over the New Haven Shamrocks. This is Kenny Masterson saying good night for the Indian Sports Network, brought to you by the Elsberry Democrat. See you Friday night.